Welcome one and all to the Geeky N8 show. Buckle up, it's going to be fun.
Hey geekies! Okay, first off, we're in a Totoro shirt because Totoro is awesome, as was the live stage performance, but that was many months ago. The room has slightly changed. You can now see the amiibo figures. You can see our overburdening amount of MTG stuff. You can see, if I pull it out without trashing everything, our cool new little addition. If you can all guess it, it's a Pokeball dice bag. It's freaking awesome. It's made by one of our many friends and D&D players. We've got plushies on the show. So we've got a Lechonk and a Clodsire and a Korok. So yeah, the room is getting changes and it's getting improved. But anyway, that's not what we're here for. We're here to play Baldur's Gate 3. So, as you all know, because you have seen the streams before, we have played Baldur's Gate 3 during the pre-release stuff over on Google Stadia, where it was really cool. And we had the players, the viewer's choice feature there. Annoyingly, thanks to the death of Stadia, we don't have that feature in YouTube. Now, somehow, I should be able to create polls. But for some reason, the technology is being a pain in the beeping and beeps. So that's going to limit our capabilities. We are going, though, to try and see if YouTube fancies loading the studio properly for us right now, because we've had to do the classic restart the system jobby. So we will see. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. Hopefully our internet is behaving properly. Again, we don't know at all. But yes, we've got start a poll, so we can do the polling. You can all vote. We can see what the solutions are, what the answers are. Anyway, I think we should hop into the game. So let's flip. Come on, Stream Deck. Why aren't you working? Hey, there it is. It's finally caught up. The USB is playing up and probably needing an update. Anyway, what you can see right now, by looking at the Steam menu, just down in the bottom there on the left, and all the other little icons, that is right, this is the Steam Deck. We are playing on our Steam Deck. We have been playing Baldur's Gate on our Steam Deck. A very key thing is, while it says it's verified for the Steam Deck, it's a little lie. Many people have had issues getting it running on Steam Deck. You need to change a couple of settings. Mainly, you need to change what your amplifier, well, what you're running through. Anyway, while I'm mumbling and bumbling, I need to. So, what we'll end up doing is flipping back and forth with our keyboard, because we will use keyboard and mouse on the Steam Deck. We're using keyboard and mouse on the laptop, obviously. So I have a little switch just under here that lets me flip between the two. It's really freaking cool. It was well worth the thing. Anyway, what I was saying is you can go here, you can go to properties, and you can go to compatibility, and you can force it to use the Proton Experimental. That is how you solve the problems if you are having problems using playing Baldur's Gate 3 on a Steam Deck, if you have a Steam Deck. Anyway, we're going to hit play. We have spent 20 hours in this game, and we still have not left the first zone. That's just how ludicrously big the game is. I don't know what they all were thinking, but I think it's awesome. I hope you all do too. Okay, the question now I'm going to have is the sound coming in via the Elgato correctly? And can I hear it? Because so far, I'm hearing quite a lot of absolute nothing. Monitor and output is the setting. So the answer is yes, I should be able to hear it. Blub, 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 blub. We also are drinking out of the Geekyn8 mug. If you would like a Geekyn8 mug that up on a store somewhere that I cannot remember, there are links on our Twitter. You can also get Geeky8 hoodies and other stuff. In addition to all of this rambling, we're at Wizard IGN. We can confirm that we will be at Wizard IGN in September, and we will have Geeky8 stickers there for anybody that wants them. And if you are going to be at the Content Creator Lounge, we got access to that too, because we're being treated like real people. Yay. That's why I can't hear anything. I turned the sound off. Typical me. Typical me. Why did I turn the sound off? I was probably playing the game around somebody well, we saved it like 5:30. There's no reason for me to have had the sound off then. I was all alone. Right, so we're not going to play it on easy mode. We're not going to play it on hard mode. We are going to play it on balanced mode. Now, as I said, we are going to play this in basically a Nuzlocke. So, how does that work in the case of Baldur's Gate 3? Right, so when you go down to 0 hit points, you get saving throws. You get either 3 fails and you're dead, or 3 successes and you're alive. If you rolled a crit, you take 2 successes if it's a success crit. If it's a critical failure, you take 2 fails. So, you know, it all gets pretty bad. Overall, what does that actually mean? Well, it's a Nuzlocke, so if they fail their death saves and they die, we will not be using any spells to revive them. They're going to stay down. Why are we doing this? Well, mostly because, 1, it requires me to actually plan a little bit better, and 2, it means that we're not going to be streaming for the next 100 Geekyn8 episodes, because we'll never finish otherwise. So I've been slowly learning a lot more about this stuff. Even in the opening area, there's so much to learn, so much intrigue and cool stuff. So I am very intrigued to see where this goes. I'm really hoping that I can deal with this ugly critter. Like, just imagine having that happen to you. I mean, it's a direct route into your brain. That's the key. Something that I'm writing on the side as well, from a D&D point of view, is a campaign where you'll be going up against the Illithids. So the idea is you spend some time in town, you discover a dark secret, and then as you keep working your way through that dark secret, you discover the Illithids, you discover their master plan, and you start working your way on trying to basically stop them. And it's going to be... It should run up to like a level 15, 16, but it's a lot of writing because, you know, we're talking a book at this point. Hey, Fat Zangief, we are good. How are you? Are you happy it's Friday? Are you done for the week? Or are you on duties on Saturday? Right. It wants to know if we want to reset the tutorials. We're not resetting the tutorials. We shouldn't need to. So we're going to go for a custom character. So the first choices that we all get is, you know what? I'm going to save us spending ages on actually what they look like. We just want to change the race right now. So let's go back. Where do we get to choose our race? Right here. So, the first choices we've got elf, tiefling, drow, human, the Githyanki, a dwarf, a half-elf, a halfling, which is what we're playing in our current campaign, a half-orc, a dragonborn, or a gnome. Fat Zangief, it is over to you. Which of these races do you like? Which one do you want us to play as? So if we play as the elf, we can move further each turn. We gain some proficiencies with long swords, short swords. We can see in the dark, and we gain advantage on saving throws against being charmed. If we are a tiefling, we also can move faster. We can see in the dark, and we get hellish resistance. Okay, well, I'm hoping that I can show you some of the good gameplay. If you like something like Diablo, it's kind of on par to that kind of style, but with way more standard RPG elements. So the Drow, again, are faster. They come with some proficiencies of weapons. They've got the best dark vision in the game with 24 meters. And they also get the same elven saving throws. Humans are basically an all-rounder. They're a little bit good at everything. So in this case, we've got some weapon proficiencies, some armor proficiencies, and we get to select an additional skill that we get to be proficient in. Now, in D&D itself, you have human and variant human. The human just gets +1 to everything. The variant human gets a feat, and we'll get to feats when we get to level 4. The Githyanki are basically sworn enemies of the Illithids. They're an alien species that was enslaved to the Illithids for what, thousands of years. But they basically come with the ability to do mage hand, gain some knowledge, move a little faster, and have some armor proficiencies as well, some weapons. Dwarves are always good. They're quite sturdy. So they come with the ability to use the battle axe, hand axe, hammers, warhammers. They also get dark vision, and they get their dwarven resilience. So they're basically quite sturdy against poison. Half elf is basically everything that is an elf. So yeah, nothing too special there. The halfling, which is what I'm playing, you get lucky. So if you roll a 1, you can basically re-roll, which is pretty nice. And then they've got advantage of saving throws. The gnome is just basically got the cunning feature. The dragonborn, I don't really know why it hasn't shown any features here. It should have a breath weapon, which is pretty freaking cool. But maybe they've removed it? I don't think so. It's probably here somewhere. And then you've got the half-orc, which again has dark vision. It's got relentless endurance, which is good. So if you get down to 0 hit points, you come back with 1 hit point instead of going down. And then savage attacks. So if you land a critical, your damage is tripled instead of double. So in normal D&D, if you roll a 20, you get a critical hit, and you roll 2 times the damage dice. So let's say your sword does 1d8, so that's an 8-sided dice. You get to roll 2 of them, and you take the total. In my games, I actually run a homebrew rule, which instead you just take one of the dice's max, so 8, and then plus a normal dice roll, because it just feels like more of a crit that way. But you know, old RPGs all the way back to the original Final Fantasies did double dice rolls for your damage, so you would get a crit that would do 2 damage, or a crit that does 16. So anyway, yeah. So if none of these take your fancy, we will randomize a couple of times and pick. We can change our body type from male to female sort of typing, but there's even more customizations that come in. Let's go for the Dragonborn. Cool. Okay, Dragonborn it is. Right. So this is where things get even more fun. You get to pick your dragon history as such. So the black dragon is acid. The blue dragon does lightning. The brass should do fire. The bronze will also do lightning. Now the bronze one should be, yeah, so the bronze is a cone, while the blue is also a cone. Okay, well in regular D&D it's not a cone, it's a bolt, so that's interesting. So yeah, let's just click through and show you what they look like. So gold is also fire, green is poison, and I think copper was acid, and red should be fire. Silver should be ice, which can be fun. So ice typically slows down creatures, and the white is also ice. So yeah, I think we can zoom in a little bit so we can see what they look like closer up. So yeah, anything that tickles your fancy there? So the chromatic colors are typically from evil dragons, while the metallics are from good dragons. At least that's the game lore. Interestingly enough, blue. Okay, yeah, let's go for blue. All right, so then we've got our classes. So barbarians, basically your tank. Your bard is basically music based, flirting, support role. Your cleric is your atypical healer. The druids is also kind of support, a little bit damage. They can change into beasts to apply extra damage, and when they change into a creature, they get extra hit points. Your fighter is, or basically as it says on the tin, they're all-round diverse fighting type, your standard sort of army types. The monks are pretty cool. They can pile on quite a lot of hits, and they can usually move quite fast. Your paladin is basically tank like the barbarian, but they're religious, so they're basically the tank version of a cleric in a way. Your ranger, basically Robin Hood, and your rogue is also kind of Robin Hood. I mean, they're your thief. They're your typical thief class. Sorcerers are pretty cool. They get a lot of magic choices. They also come with some fancy shenanigans. So basically, they can spend points to do more spells and more damage output. The warlock basically is a little weaker than the sorcerer in some aspects. They have a deal with like a demon or a fairy or a djinn to essentially gain their power. And then the wizard is your bookworm spellcaster. So they've read books, they've learned all the spells through that, and they basically can only kind of advance their spell knowledge through reading more books. So yeah, so the sorcerer comes with what? Bone Chill, Acid Splash, True Strike, Light, Magic Missile, and Chromatic Orb in this case. I'm pretty sure we can change these up a little bit. But yeah. I'm currently playing as a druid myself in my main game, with a gnome druid called Badger, who doesn't actually change into a badger all that often. Mostly changes into a bear. So I'm starting to think I should have given him a different name, like Yogi. So that's the second wind. The fighter also gets a cool ability called Action Surge when they get to second level, which lets them take another action each turn. The monk gets the Flurry of Blows, which is pretty cool. You basically get to hit twice. You do a fair bit of damage, but it's all well, most of it is without weapons. As the monk, you're just punching a lot, but it's still pretty fun. Sorcerer, okay, let's go for sorcerer. Cool. Right, so let's quickly change up these cantrips a little bit. So Bone Chill's not too bad. Acid Splash isn't too bad. True Strike is absolutely pointless. So let's get rid of that. Friends is pointless. Let's see. We've got Ray of Frost, Shocking Grasp, Minor Illusion, Poison Spray. Let's give it Ray of Frost since we're dragon. Light, I don't really care for light right now. So we could take on. That's the Acid Splash. versus the poison spray. Let's take on minor illusion. That might get us through some of the little shenanigan problems. Right, main spells, chromatic orb and magic missile. Magic missile is one of the strongest of the spells. Let's see, what else have we got? Don't need that right now. Shield could be good because that will give us some protection, but I don't think we have too many spell slots at the beginning. Mage armor will give us that extra boost in. Yeah, so we'll take on the mage armor. So this will stop us from being able to be hit as hard. Right, so then we get to choose our subclass. So wild magic is funny because basically when you roll, when you cast a spell, you roll on a table, weird shenanigans happens. Draconic Bloodline is probably fitting for the Dragonborn in a way. Basically, all your magic comes from your dragon ancestors. And this basically will slowly improve and make us more draconic. So over time, you'll sprout things like wings and shenanigans. Or the Storm Sorcerer. Now, the Storm Sorcerer is probably got one of the more broken mechanics because as you cast a spell, you can fly. And you can do that without triggering an opportunity attack. So an opportunity attack occurs when you leave an enemy's... So let's say I'm in like base-to-base contact with somebody, I'm hitting them physically. If I try to run away, they get a free attack on me. But if you basically blast with a spell and you fly, you can escape that without taking a hit, which is quite good. But the stone stuff is all about then you sort of go down a path of just focused on sort of storm style magic. So, and with wild magic, in one of my games I was playing a wild magic sorcerer and I successfully killed myself 3 times in that game by accidentally casting fireball, which is this big area effect fire explosion. Hilarious that I succeeded in rolling the same dice for it on multiple occasions. Ooh, that's a nice addition. Your hit point maximum increases by 1 for each sorcerer level. Your base armor class is 13 instead of the classic 10. It's also quite good. Okay, so back to the viewers here. Okay, yeah, so we'll stick with the Draconic bloodline, and we get to pick another ancestor. So since we're blue anyway, I think it's not too bad for us to just choose that. But let's have just a look what else we could get. Armor of Agathis. Ooh. Nice. Gain 5 temporary hit points, deal 5 cold damage to any creature. That's the green one. Ray of Sickness. Disguise Self. That makes sense for gold because they can polymorph. Featherfall. Fog Cloud. Tasha's Hideous Laugh. Sleep. And Burning Hands. Grease. So why don't we take the easy road and keep with the ancestry that matches the dragon type we chose. Alright, so on to the backgrounds. So this is sort of like the history of the character. So Acolyte is just basically a religious type. Charlatan is your sort of street criminal. Well, more like a beggar kind of thing. Then you've got your standard criminal, like you are out there breaking the law. Entertainer, for basically using your magic state to entertain. I ran that as a type for my first ever D&D character, and they died within the first game. I had to roll up a new character. Folk hero is essentially somebody who's going to become a hero in the future. The guild artisan is somebody who has like the skill of building stuff. A noble, as it says, you're some part of the social elite. Outlander is just somebody who grew up out in the wilds. The sage is a bookworm. The soldier is somebody who's been hired for battle. And then you've got your urchin, which is basically your sort of Oliver Twist, Fagin characters. So each one gains skills for us. You get insight and religion as an acolyte. You get deception and sleight of hand. So sleight of hand is used for like stealing stuff off people. Criminals get deception and stealth, so you can sneak around. Entertainers get acrobatics and performance. The folk hero gets animal handling and survival. Guild artisan gets insight and persuasion. So insight is like allowing you to figure out if somebody is lying to you, if they're up to sort of no good. Persuasion is, as it says on the tin, is for your ability to just like cheese information out of people. The noble has history, so that's sort of your ability to remember key information around the world. The outlander has athletics and survival. Criminal, okay, so we will be a criminal. And then we get to just have a quick look at our stats. So as a mage, we cast on charisma. Now, what we should probably do is if we take our dex down by 1. So the reason for that is even if we bring it up to 13, it's in the middle at 13. So what that would allow us to do... Oh, it won't let us up this. Ah, no. That's annoying. Okay, does it... And we can't up that one either. So we can either have our intelligence or our dex. Okay, I know what we do. So we'll up that, and we'll bring that down, and we'll up our strength. So 10 is like average person, and anything above that is being like superior. Normally we dump... we normally just dump strength. But because we can't push these up higher, then it's worth us just bringing these down. Now we get +2, so that'll turn that into a 19 for us. I think that's how it's doing it. Unless it's actually showing... No, it's already showing it. Okay. So we leave that as that. And we want our constitution to be up. So the 14 will get us a +2. That will get us a +3, which is quite good. We've got stealth, arcana, deception, and persuasion. That's good. And we've got saving throws on charisma. So it says we still got a point to spend. Okay, that's fine. So let's put that into our dex because we can up that later to 14, which will give us a bit more grace on our saves. So let's just go back to this part here. And where is it? There's a bit. Oh, I think that's next. Okay, so we can edit our appearance. Right, here we go. So we've got a lot of different choices. So these are just the multiple head types. We also have the freedom to choose the type of horns we've got. So yeah, I don't know if you've seen the stats about this game, but basically people have spent many hours at this point alone. I think we'll be done fairly quickly. And yeah, you can choose things like the chins. So if anything here stands out to anybody, just call it out and we will pick it. Give ourselves some frills. One thing that's really good about this is that they've spent the time to come up with different designs for all the different races rather than just standardize. We can also choose like the shade of blue, we can be brighter, we can be darker. I think I was quite liking where we were. And this is another piece of comedy value. So you can take the default genitals, or you can pick them. You can also, depending on the race, you get multiple options, which is hilarious too. So yeah, they went to interesting levels. I don't think that they. I mean, they're not cyberpunk levels. You can't actually, you know, have a scaling thing to change things, which is anything with some big old horns. Okay, so let's see, what's the bigger horns we've got there? I think, is it those ones? Those are nice. Gives us a good sort of battering ram style horn. Well, these ones have them coming out and it gives us the frills. What's this one? Ah, killed around. I think that one's actually quite good.
Let's hope the locals of
Health.
be wary.
It's opened.
More of those
There's magic keeping this chest.
Where to next?
What was that?
Yeah, okay, I'll do. I'll do. Right, so that's that. Eyes. Think. Yeah, I think that's good. We got that. Ooh, tails. Hey, we get tail choices. Okay. That's a nice surprise. I don't think it's a no-tail situation. This is definitely a tail situation. So we've got sort of classic spike, multiple spikes, or just a thin and narrow one. Kind of think that one's good. If anybody has any other opinions, chime in, and we will start looking at the final bits, the makeup, which I think is probably just not going to be any enjoyment. I tend to not really care about the eye makeup. I always find it's just like, whatever. Yeah, no, the makeup sucks. What about the body art? Okay, so we can have piercings. Question is whether... Oh, there you go, right, in the eyes. Okay. I think there's a lot of these, probably. Where the hell's that one? Okay, mystical one. Oh, right, ears. Well, we don't have ears. No dragon. Okay, so those are in the drawer. As are these here. Nose rings. Some sort of studs. Some snakes. Extra spikes. Okay, that's a nose ring. Just a little one above the eye. Yeah, this is pretty much feeling the way I generally felt. Let's go for none. All right. At this point, then, that's our character. So let's proceed. The next thing that we get to choose is a name. So, what do we want to call them? I'm going to sit back and I'm going to let some viewer proposals come in. All right, Fat Zangief. Cool. Well, then in that aspect, I think we will use a name randomizer. Unless anybody else out there has any opinions. Come on, fancy name generator. Give us a dragon. A good dragon name. These are just... I don't know. I don't like any of those. I think we will just go for something. Let's see, what are we? We have a lightning dragon. There we go. We will just call ourselves Sparky, because that is simple. Really, really simple. Okay. Oh, yeah, this crap. We'll just randomize this a couple of times until we see something that we think is good. So this is the person that will basically save us, and we eventually encounter them at a later point. I'm not feeling any of these randoms. Screw it. Right, let's go for a dwarf. Go for a grumpy. Should go for a digger. Nah, let's go for a shield dwarf. Head 5. This is like a random. I'd like to just randomize the skin tone as well. I'll do. Okay. Scars. Yeah, stick with the one across the eye. Let's make them old. Cool. Again, I don't know. Sometimes the art is pretty cool. Sometimes I think it just falls short. Let's go for no art. Yeah, no art. Eyes. Give us some good eyes. Green. Actually, no. We're going to go for the Geekyn8 color of purple. Okay, we've got purple eyes. We will go for no makeup. And the hair. Ha. Yeah, I think that's good. Go black. What's the beard choices? Oh, yeah, facial hair. Yeah, okay. Okay. Right, we're ready to venture forth into the lands. The lands beyond. I have to say, the opening of this game is pretty cool. I have played this now. This would be, what, the 4th or 5th time? Maybe the 5th time? Heck, actually, it could be the 6th time that I've played this very opening section of the game. I think at this point, it's just the way it goes. Absolutely just the way it goes. Okie dokie. Good little cutscene. This is Baldur's Gate, which is where we will be heading to. That's the core target of the game. Quick, ring the bells! Alien spacecraft approaching. So at this point in the world of D&D, essentially, nobody knows that, well, basically spaceflight is possible. The Illithids are well, basically they're an alien species hell-bent on taking over in the world of Faerun, which is where this is all based. The Illithids have been driven underground, and that's where they basically hide. And right now what you've got is the Githyanki and their dragons facing off against them. Now, they only use chromatic dragons, who are typically evil dragons, but they've somehow tamed them into this cause. And this is simply the Illithid's own fault. So, in books that have recently come out, the Elder Brain, which is basically what controls all mind flayers, has succeeded in finding a way to possess dragons. And so, in addition to them taking people and other species, they are stealing dragons. So here is Icewind Dale that they've now flown into, which is at the north of Faerun. But technically, they could go anywhere. They could go to completely other worlds with their ship's ability to sort of rapidly teleport. But as you see, this combat is how we're going to get free. So let's fire to the Illithid birthing pod. All of those were created from an Elder Brain dragon. So basically, its breath weapon is to spit out all of the tadpoles that it's growing. They then harvest those tadpoles, put them into these tanks, find people to insert them into. Then over time, the tadpole eats their brain away and converts them into a mind flayer. So it's a very disgusting, unpleasant process. And that's why we need to get rid of them as quick as possible. Okay, we are now in Avernus. Avernus is the Hell Plane. It's the first of 9 levels of Hell. And there is a constant war between demons and devils for control of Avernus. And it is that war alone that has stopped any other plane of existence being absolutely destroyed. Because if they were to ally themselves together, they would march forth as one giant undefeatable army onto the other planes. So there's our character. Okay, so it's in this aspect, it's classic point and click. We can go and investigate all the little bits. And we can just basically hold the point and click. What we want to do is avoid any fire. Because if we touch fiery things, we go boom, boom, boom. these little things in the ship will heal us, which is quite nice. But for now, we want to go through the sphincter. Okay, so there is a little goblin that just died. We will just take all of their schnizzle. And we have indeed got something talking to us. So I'm just trying to work out. So that's our... wonder how I rotate. Home to center, left mouse button, double click, portrait to center camera. Okay, that's good. So we can just double click that. So we haven't played it with the mouse controls. We've been playing it on the Steam Deck's control of itself, so that's giving us something different. God, it's so dark. I wonder if I need to change some settings actually. Video. Yes, you are, you creepy creeps. We can definitely up the maximum frame rates, but we're not going to. What we want to do is just up the brightness. Yeah, let's try that. And yeah, forever forgetting just how many options we get in this game. It is good. Like all of this that you can adjust, all of these settings. And you can even choose how your depth of field is calculated, for Pete's sake. So that would be an amazing thing to give us in any other video game. So yeah, not able to change the brightness settings there. I wonder if that's part... Oh, here we go. Yeah, the gamma correction, that's why. So... Oh, we're going the wrong way. Okay, now we can see that one. Okay. So yeah, that's the... Okay, I'll just let it optimize those. Cool. Right. That's that. So now we can go back. And we can resume. And we can see a little bit better. Supposedly, everything feels rather blurred all of a sudden. Oh, maybe that's just me and my screen, but it doesn't look blurred for you lot at home. Typical. It's so typical. I mean, as it is, I need a monitor upgrade, so...
From this place you'll free us. Please. Before they return. They return.
Right. Okay, so these are our options. Who am I talking to, a man or a brain? I think you're past the point of saving. Tell me what to do. And you sound afraid. Why? So let's see here. We're just going to pick these options because everyone is a little AFK right now. So we are going to ask why they're afraid. So number 3.
So many enemies.
So in a classic sense, we keep getting back and forth to the same options. So we are going to do investigation. Now, I know what this is. I am not, however, going to spoil it. Let's just say...
You notice edema, a swelling of the brain causing pressure where it strains against the shell of the skull.
So... let's see here. I don't really like these options, if I'm honest. So let's go with option 1.
Born new from this husk.
You know no creature like this. One that is more brain than person.
We failed our arcana. Alright, so at this point we can set it free or destroy it. So our strength sucks. Our dex isn't too bad, and our medicine's likely to suck too, to be honest. You know what? Let's go for free. Let's give it a go. What the hell just crashed? There's a cat creeping around the room. Haha. Ooh, we got advantage. Oh, that would have been bad. So our 16 will pass. We will pry the brain out. We probably shouldn't do it, if I'm honest, but...
The brain lifts from the skull. But you notice an opportunity. You could cripple the strange creature, making it more subservient, should it prove a threat.
I think we do that. I'm intrigued by this option. Ooh, 19, yeah.
The creature seems unaware of your interference. It relaxes in your hands.
Okay. This is probably not the pet we want. Ooh.
Free. Our freedom is ours, friend.
The creature pauses, listening. Something behind your eyes seizes in recognition.
We
Ooh,
must go to the
goody.
helm. At the helm, we are needed. To the helm we go. We are going to the helm.
Cool. I supposedly have a pet. Well, that's something. I'm not sure it's the something we want, but sure, we have a pet. And it's trapped up there. Okay, come on, pet. Come on, pet brain. Come join us. Thank you. Okay, well, this is a new experience for us. We did not know that we could acquire one as a pet. So, yeah. These things aren't very nice. So having it as a pet is something else. Ooh.
Abomination. This is your end.
No, it's not. But, you know.
Drops and your skin tingles. Visions rush past. A dragon's wing, a silver sword, and a flash of your face seen through the strange woman's eyes.
We better hydrate.
What is this? Skvar. You are no thrall.
For fuck's sake. Stupid water bottle.
Together, we might survive.
Okie dokie. More options are available. Okay, so 1. What made you think I was a thrall? 2. Who are you? 3. We need to figure out where we are, which is kind of obvious. You're in hell. And 4. What do you suggest? Well, I'm kind of feeling in this situation we would definitely go for who the fuck are you? Your only chance of survival. Cool. I would also ask this, which is 1.
Unless we escape, unless we are cleansed, our bodies and minds will be tainted and twisted.
Yes, they
In
will.
days we will be Geek, mind flayers.
Cool.
We can do nothing until we escape. That must be our priority. First,
Makes
we
sense.
exterminate the imps. Then we find the helm and take control of the ship. As for that thing, it will remain tame as long as it believes we are thralls. It may be of use in the fight to come.
Huh. I did not expect her to accept that so lightly. Anyway, we now enter combat. Let's check what this sorcerer is all about. Okay, so basically what the game has gone and done is it's calculated our turn order, and then we get to choose to do stuff. We start with our brain, of all things, and so yeah, we get to go from there. I actually do think that this part of the map has got really blurry. I don't really know why. I probably should try to figure that out if I'm honest. It's kind of weird because everything looks really smooth on my screen apart from the rest of the stuff. Although when I'm not going to care. So anyway, we get to do an attack. We get a bonus action, but we don't really have anything here, so then we can just end turn. So as our sorcerer, we get to do some cool shenanigans. So what we're going to do, how many? We've got 2 spell slots at level 1, infinite cantrips. That's all good, and we've got our breath weapon. So we are going to move. Let's see.
Best be on my way.
About here. Then we'll take our breath weapon. Oh, it is a line. I knew one of these was a line. Ah, oh well, that's fine. And we can breathe as our action. And then as our bonus action. No, the bonus action won't work here. There isn't any point. Yeah. So we'll end our turn.
I am death.
And then let's see what good choices we got here. I think we can rush attack this one. Yeah. There we go. Down. Let's check has it got anything good. It's got a sword, we'll take it. Let's just go to our options. Second. Because, yeah, it all of a sudden looks really weird. Yeah, okay. High. They put everything to high. I think it's the sharpness, actually, that might have screwed things up. Death of Fear, just stick that to Gaussian. Maybe we don't want the anti-aliasing. Maybe the anti-aliasing is causing the problem. Let's see. Looks a tad better. So I guess there's some fiddling around there to be done. Oh, what's this? Let me just crowd. Okay, we're done. That's that one's turn.
Let's go.
And we will... No, we won't. We won't. Let's go back. How do we go back? Okay, we just select the action options. Okay. I guess what I'm concerned about is we don't have that many spell slots. So I think we'd be better off. Yeah, we'd be better off taking Icy Ways. That's it. 4 damage. That's good. That's good. And then let's see here. Let's lacerate.
Let my name be known.
There we go. Okay.
Surprisingly adequate.
Oh, we get a crossbow.
Now, to the helm.
And the second crossbow. And what has the dead thrall got? Money. Okay. And then... Oh, we didn't take any damage, so we don't need to heal.
The ship won't be able to take another dragon attack. We need to get out before it's too late.
Okay, well, we will. Ah, it's Q. Q rotates. Cool. We're going to want to bring up our inventory soon.
Should mind my step. Seems simple enough.
Istik, back! Touch nothing without knowing its purpose.
Aggression. Another mystery.
Psionic energy radiates from the prisoners, but they do not react.
That's good. If we press the middle one, they will fight us. And that one just cut them all off. Ha! Excellent.
What's hiding here?
Okay, so this is something good.
We have no time for stragglers.
Okay, so we're going to go for option 4. There's magic at work here. You can see it glowing around, right? So let's see what our Arcana tells us.
Runes. You feel them drawing energy from the console near to the pod.
Are you satisfied? We need to go.
Oh, shut up, you grump. Right. So,
Try that contraption next to the pod. They did something to it when they sealed me in.
of course it did.
Please.
So if we go here, we will find it's missing
The
something,
console
right?
appears dormant.
Yeah.
The console hums to life.
Are you kidding me? We can just do that as the sorcerer? Holy crap. So as any other character, I had to go off on a hunt to power this up.
The pulsing glow and organic lines of the device make it seem more like a beating heart than a machine. Perhaps it will open the nearby pod.
Okay, let's touch it. Let's touch the gooey goo.
Suddenly, you feel a hideous squirming in your head. The parasite.
That sounds about right.
Discomfort fades, and another sensation washes over you. Connection. Authority.
Ooh. Right. We must will it to open this pod. Nothing has authority over us apart from ourselves. We are king and commander. Our whiz save sucked there. We're so lucky it was such a low DC.
The mechanical brain of the console process your command and yield to it.
Woohoo!
A shiver
Our party's up to 4. Okay.
feel safe.
God, I wish I knew we could get ourselves up to this point. That's so much fun. Is my camera like... Oh, it is. I guess that's because I've got an update to do.
Thought I was done for. Not now. We must go to the helm. Control over the ship. Or do you wish to die here?
Yeah, why not? Okay, so we've just upped our odds of survival, which is good. Very good as we run towards the fight for this area.
That thing was going to be my coffin. Thank you.
Your mind
Ooh,
lurches into her
ow.
thoughts. Her gratitude is mixed with wariness. Because you have a
Oh, the catapult down the back there. Haha.
You keep dangerous
Thank you,
company.
Nico.
Fair point. Looks like there's plenty of fighting ahead.
There sure is, Shadowheart.
We can get off the ship and watch each other's backs along the way.
Sounds like a good plan. Cool.
Shadowheart. One moment.
Oh.
It's nothing. Trust me.
Enough of this chatter. We need to get to the helm. Now.
She's right. Lead on.
Cool. Right, at this point, we're just going to pause a second. We're going to take a very short break, and we will be back Okay, we are back for our continuation of Baldur's Gate 3. So far, we're not dead. We are on our search basically for the next room we need to go to. I think this is... Yeah, we don't need to go that way. And I can't really be asked to go that way. There isn't anything for us to pick up. There isn't any cool loot. Yeah. I think it's this way that we want to go. Yeah, there we go. Everybody's at full health.
We are nearing the helm. Once inside,
Do as I say. Go and pick
Who
up
put
here.
you in charge?
I'll trust my own judgment.
Cane Yank.
I'm so confused because those aren't dialogues I had. There's no way that they've made multiple possible dialogues in this game. Maybe they have? Maybe they have.
Connect the nerves of the transponder. We must escape. Now.
Do it. We will deal with the gate after we escape.
Connect the nerves. Nerves. We will connect them.
Oh, it's so cute.
Impact is imminent. I must connect the helm.
Okay, so what we basically have to do is manage with the imps. We've also got lesser hell beasts.
Time to strike.
Okay, we're gonna want to jump. Jump, 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 jump. Jump. Over the fire. And into combat with this thing. And then we can choose to... Oh, we can only choose to strike it. Hey! Though we got an instant kill out of it. That's not bad. Why do they not have any goodies? Okay. And you'll go.
Heading there.
Right, you have ranged attacks. So what we want to do is Guiding Bolt. So Guiding Bolt is a cleric spell, and they're very good.
Survival is all that matters.
Okay.
Swift as my feet can carry me.
So we want to... Not sure anything else is nearby right now. Yeah, just Commander Zalk. Now, if we defeat Commander Zalk, he's got a goodie. So he is kind of worth trying to beat. We will get told off.
We must take the transponder.
On the move.
To me. Connect the transponder.
So what else have we got? We've got Sacred Flame. What? I want to try and get the item he's got, because he's got a really good item for that Shadowheart can basically take.
What path lies before me?
So I think we should Witch Bolt him. Okay, cool. Yeah, so basically we can just activate that now every turn. Right, which should end up summoning crap.
Taking position.
God, he won't go down. Oh, we're not strong enough yet to have action surge either. Yeah, okay.
On the move.
Check, there's the imp. Oh, okay, he has a nice little dagger, that's good. We can give guidance or we can Sacred Flame. So that's Sacred Flame. Okay. And we will end our go.
But to keep going. These boots have seen everything.
Yeah, he still only does 3 damage. That's sucky. Oh, that didn't do anything. That didn't do anything.
What lies within?
Ah, that triggers that event.
Hurry before they strike.
Yeah, let's give this a go.
On I go. Blood comes easy these days. Open up.
Take that axe and I'll go. Hey, you hit. Well done, little brain.
Time to strike.
Yeah, we need to take out this threat because we can't screw around and deal with that. Oh, the tentacles missed. Oh, really? Only for one? Come on. Come on, we've almost got Commander Zalk down.
Well, so much for peace.
Okay. Ah, there's a hell beast over there. I didn't see that. Well, at least he dashed so we couldn't get a hit on us. This lesser imp, however, is going to be problematic. So we're going to have to slap that. The Mind Flayer is not doing very well.
Swift and lethal.
Alright, so we will Blade. And that's it, dead. And then we will end our go. And then we're going to keep trying to bring him down because he's almost dead.
Nothing will stand in my way.
God, why is it doing so crap? Witch bolt should be doing a lot. Oh no! What the hell? There's some cambions on board. Uh-oh. That's news to me. I've never made it take this long before.
Fury. I am death.
Let's take out that lesser imp. Oh.
Make way.
Let's just pommel strike it then, so you can use your bonus action. There we go. Ah, it doesn't have anything either.
Worth examining.
Alright, well, we'll examine all those bodies. Ooh, he's nearly down. Yeah, he's down to 2. Okay.
Now what might you be hiding?
Not hiding anything. Damn it. Okay, all we do here is we go Witch Bolt, guaranteed damage, take all of his goodies, and we have now gained an achievement that we didn't have before.
On my way.
These hopefully will come and deal with the thrall for us though, or with the Illithid Mind Flayer. And then yeah, we've got 8 turns.
To the transponder.
So what we're going to do is take the dash action. That's not, oh yeah, that's the dash action. To make it to this transponder.
Make way.
And enter the cutscene.
Transponder. You made it in time.
There we go. But we got the magic sword. This is going to be good for us. Alright, so there we are in the Astral Sea. And this is it. Lizelle, can you do it? Okay, so we've got about 20 minutes left before we end for the night, but don't you worry, because there will be a part 2, and for the next several weeks we will just keep playing through it until we have a complete and utter TPK, total party kill, in case you don't know what it stands for. I'm pretty sure you probably do. Oh, well, that's a first. I have a Amazon show, Echo show at my desk, and it's announcing baseball matches of the Red Sox versus the Yankees tomorrow night. Red Sox versus the Yankees was my first ever baseball game that I saw when I went to the States a long time ago. All right, here we go. Back at Faerun. Being seen. Goblin and Drow. there's our mind flare. Ouch. And Featherfall. Actually, I don't think that is Featherfall. I think that's a different spell. Featherfall is a slow descent to the ground. Anyway, so now we are in the actual starting area of the game, and
As you wake,
it's
the
big.
tadpole squirms
It's
in
really
your
big.
skull.
Right, I think we should check for
Other than the
injuries.
infection, you're more or less intact.
Oh,
A
good.
miracle, given everything you've been through, but it'll all be for nothing if you don't find help soon. The tadpole is a death sentence, and the clock is ticking. You need a cure.
So the narrator in this basically acts as the dungeon master, which I think is a really cool way of doing things. So, as I have talked about many times before, I run my own D&D games. A lot of this is like running a D&D game. It's pretty cool. Alright.
Something's on my mind.
Hey, there's Shadowheart just lying on the ground. Yeah. Why does it feel like this game is just... I don't know. It now feels like I'm playing a different game again. I wonder if in the latest updates they changed some stuff.
You're alive. I'm alive. How is this possible? True. Seems like we're the lucky ones, judging by all the corpses strewn about. I remember the ship. I remember falling. Then nothing.
Yeah.
You might want to reconsider calling her a friend. Looks like she ran off without us.
Okay, let's see if she knows where we are. I know where we are.
This place. But anything's an improvement on where we just came from. First things first, we need supplies, shelter, and most of all, a healer. We might have escaped, but we still have these little monsters in our heads.
That is true.
We need each other. And we both know
Always
what's at
take the
stake.
option to partner up
Can't think
because
of
it's
better
needed.
company.
Oh, that's very nice of you. Well, let's get going then.
One thing, just before we go. I wanted to thank you again.
Ah, no problem.
It would have been
Like,
all too
come
easy
on.
for you to run right past my pod, but you didn't.
No.
I'll remember that.
Because
Lead
the
the
more the merrier. We need a band of fine warriors. Alright, what have we got going on around here? Let's go check out the wooden barrel. Nothing. Alright, let's see. Can I put up the map? Yeah, here you go. So this is what we know of the world so far. And like basically we can't show it right now, but it's massive. Right, and then we've got our quest that we can go check out. All this shenanigans, the dialogues. It's all basically here. All of the tutorials on how to play the game. Like, there's so much good stuff there. We can check the journal at any time. We can ping where we are in the world, and this is the key. We've got our level up, so we should click this. Let's level up our character. So we're entering level 2 of a sorcerer. So let's see here. We get a new spell slot. Good times. We get our sorcery points finally. I'll explain those in a minute. And we gain the ability to create a spell slot out of our sorcery points or burn a spell slot for sorcery points. We've learnt a new spell and we get the opportunity to replace the spell. So let's just talk about it a little bit here. Let's pick our new spell first. So in the latest books of D&D, we gained the ability to start changing stuff as we leveled up. We couldn't do it before, but a book known as how have I gone? Oh, Tasha's Cauldron of Secrets basically gave us it, and it's cool. So I'm thinking because of our electric nature, we can certainly play with the other elements. So we will take the ice knife next. We might also at some point want to take false. Why is our spell attack -3? It should not be -3. I think that's wrong. I do think that's wrong. Okay, and then our class. So we get meta magic now. This is the cool schnizzle. So we can choose careful spell, which means that when we cast something like fireball, we can make sure our party is safe. Distance spell lets us increase the range of attacks, so we can stand really far back and cause problems. I don't think we need that. Extended spells just keep the things, and twin spells is my favorite because we basically get two attacks for it. So we will take twin spell and careful because those are freaking awesome. And then we get the choice to change our spells. So we've got Mage Armor and Magic Missile. We could swap it out, but you know what? I don't want to, so I think we're good. So that's our Sorcerer done. But
What am I to do?
Shadowheart has also got a level up, so let's do her too. Let's get our Cleric up there, doing Cleric shenanigans, so Clerics also get lots of cool schnizzle. The key difficulty with a Cleric is basically preparing your spells. So she's got Inflict Wounds, which is great, Guiding Bolt, which is great, Healing Word, which is great, Shield of Faith, and then she's got Cure Wounds. We don't need 2 healing spells at this point in time. Later on, maybe. What? She has Sanctuary? We don't need Sanctuary right now. We definitely don't need Command. I think we might want to give her Bless. So basically, we bless 3 creatures, and then you can do a d4 on your attacks and saves, which just makes you a little bit stronger. Okay, that is a plus there. So I need to have a look at my character sheet for our Sorcerer, because there's something wrong with our Sorcerer. I don't put up our character sheet. Okay. That's all fine. That's all fine. That's the combat log. Okay, there's our inventory and equipment. So I just want to have a look. Yeah, that should be +3. So I think it just looked wrong, maybe. Ah, you can tab for party view. We have no skill with martial weapons. That's kind of good. Do we have crossbows? We do have crossbows. Oh, light crossbows. Maybe not hand crossbows though. All right. Why can't I not check my spellcasting from there? Oh yeah, we also get our underwear as equipable items. And you can choose to run around without it, which is equally strange. Okay, so spell attack is +5. Spell save is 13. Okay, so no, it's fine. It was just being weird. Oh yeah, we can also learn to do alchemy. I haven't yet mastered that with anyone. Okay, so there's another body over there. We should go check that out. Cool, we'll take you 2 gold. Nice seeing you. Okay.
Fresh water. There must be a settlement somewhere nearby.
That's a nice little nature knowledge check, basically. So we can get that water. We can check this out. Let's see. Okay. I don't think we can. I can do this, but and we all row with the spray upon our necks, and we all row with the spray upon our backs, and we all row with the sea beneath our feet, and the bitch queen stays the storm. Wave, mother, lashes to the prow. Wave, mother, we ask to sail your skirt. If you allow, I've done it all wrong already. Wave, mother, sink us if you will. Wave, mother, our skulls are yours with brine and sand to fill. And this is why I don't sing. I am terrible at it, people. I am terrible. Oh, wait. Oh, we've got more. Souls away and anchors still. The wind won't move without the bitch queen's will. We'll wait gladly years and days till the bitch queen brings the waves. Hey ho, she told us so. Hey ho, she told us so. Oh, I hope you all enjoy that. That's something for you all to clip and shove around the internet. Yeah. Fish! More fish. Perfumed letter. Okay, well we've taken it. We've taken your letter. A fish and a bowl. Go on then. So back in the
Better not be cursed.
back in the sort of pre-release beta experience, this is where you would meet Shadowheart, and she would be banging on this ancient door. You would find it locked.
Maybe there's another entrance.
And then yeah, that'd be the argument. There's another entrance. I actually haven't gone back here since. I have a freaking key now to get in there. I should go back there in my main game. But yeah, that's where a rogue could be helpful, because a rogue can get in there quite quickly. They can just pick the locks.
More of those wretched things.
Okay, so here is a fight, and there isn't anything we can do about it. Really. We just sort of have to deal with the Devourers.
Better stay back. One strike could be lethal.
Exactly. So we need guaranteed damage, which is the benefit of magic missiles. Alright, one down. So... and then it's going to be a dasher. They thankfully also got damage given to them. I don't think they were damaged back in the previous version. So we're going to guiding bolt it back to hell. Okay, and then we're just going to wait here for the other one to come down to us. Because it will. Oh, shit. Why is it not letting me pick a spell? Ah, okay. So, as a bonus action, we're going to create a spell slot of level 1. Cool. Now we have a spell slot available. We'll go here. And we will magic missile this one. So we can't now use our spell points for the twinning. And there we go. We're getting 10 experience. And we can now just basically go and check out their bodies, see if they've got anything good. This one has its cerebellum. Supposedly that's going to be able to be used for an elixir making. Oh, there's a treasure chest up there. We should get that. Okay, so how do we get up there? Oh, the goose leaked out too. Okay. Haha, caustic bulbs, nice. They're basically like hand grenades. Yeah, I'm not going to hit that because that will blow up.
Can't slow down.
Okay, nothing there. Hey, some fuse tools. That will help us with picking locks. So what we should be able to do here is we should be able to go to our items. Interesting. So we know we picked up the fuse tools, but we can't use them. Alright, right click, lockpick. And that will use that fuse tools up quite nicely. And then we get in the box, and I don't remember if there's anything good in here. I probably just wasted the fuse tools for a hat. I wasted the fuse tools for a hat. Oh yeah. Okay, rotate round. Let's go up the hill. So just like with like games like Diablo, you can just hold down and you will move around. And there's a Starion! And he's just standing out in the open this time, not jumping out on us.
Brain things called. There, in the grass. You can kill it, can't you? Like you killed the others?
Alright, alright. Option 1. Option 2, do we go easily stand back? Kill it yourself, you look capable enough. So, you know what? There is only one way to determine this without us going into endless detail. And that is with dice. Yes. As with any good game, we should do it with dice. So, we are going to roll our d6 and basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have rolled a 5, so we will take option 1.
There. Can you see it?
And just a piggy. Oh.
Not a sound. Not if you want to keep that darling neck of yours. And you, keep your distance. No need for this to get messy.
I need her alive. Stow that blade, or I'll show you just how messy things can get.
And
Promises, promises. But I have other business, I'm afraid. Now, I saw you on the ship.
see his teeth? Vampire. Yes, you did.
Splendid. And now you're going to tell me exactly what you and those tentacle freaks did to me.
Okay. 1, 2, and 3. So 1, 4, 2, 5, 3, 6. And we rolled a 1.
Don't lie to me.
Your mind twists.
So, just so you can see these dice nicely, these are dragon scale dice, which we got from D&Dice, our last dice from them.
The fear.
What was that? What's going on?
Okay, so we're going to roll a D8 in this case, because there's 4 choices. So this is a D8 for those at home that don't know. 8-sided dice. We rolled a 7. So that means that we're going to do a 3. This is probably going to go bad. Very bad. Very bad indeed. Now, hypothetically, we've got an inspiration, right, from shenanigans, but it's not looking like it's offering it to us. I guess we don't. Ooh.
A fine effort, but I've seen it all. I was walking this land while your ancestors were learning to crawl.
Good old vampire.
Tell me, what just happened? What was that?
All right, well, with that, we have little choice. The dice have decided 2.
Stupid. I saw into your head, you know.
Oh, it worked. I'm amazed.
You're not one of them. They took you. Same as they took me.
That's
I'm half
right.
tempted to spill your guts all over the dirt anyway, but for now, apologies.
Okay, so for those at home who aren't aware, this game does have a romance feature, and all characters are romanceable. And then, not only that, but a select combination of characters, Astarion being one of those, are open to poly relationships too. So, right. Oh well, we've now got 3 more options on the table. So the dice have decided option 1.
A kindred spirit. My name's Astarion.
Yes, it
I was
is.
in Baldur's Gate when those beasts snatched me.
In this case, I am going to take... Well, again, the dice have decided option 1.
Is that so?
It's hard to think that these dice might be weighted
Clearly
towards
in
that
different
option.
circles. So, do you know anything about these worms?
Okay. Do we know anything about the worms? The answer is number 2.
Of that much we can be certain. These worms are already affecting me. I can feel it. Now, what to do about it?
What to do indeed. Oh, another 4 choice. I don't know. Okay. No, we're not choosing that one. We're not choosing that one. I disagree, Dice. I'm opening myself up to a reroll. Okay. We are choosing option 2 from the reroll.
I was ready to go this alone, but maybe sticking with the herd isn't such a bad idea.
Yeah, think.
And you seem like a useful person to know.
Can be.
All right. I accept. Lead on.
Okay, so here we go. We have Astarion in the party. We will level up Astarion. And that is where we will end the stream for the night. So Astarion is a rogue. Rogues are darn useful in a lot of the ways that they play about with things. Oh yeah, this is right. His level 2 is just rather straightforward. He just increases and he gains cunning action. So the benefit of cunning action is these are all bonus actions now. So he can hide, he can dash, and he can disengage as a bonus action. So disengage basically allows you to step out of fighting with somebody so they can't take an opportunity attack on you. So you can run in, slap them, disengage, run back out, and have this sort of like back and forth shenanigans. Anyway, as we said, this is where we're going to save the game. So as you see here, Badger is what I'm playing as in my main campaign. And there's like dozens of choices for Badger. And then we've got all of our autosaves. Now the game just keeps creating the autosaves and you do kind of have to manage them. I currently don't know how much data these saves are taking. But I do think they take quite a lot. And so it's kind of becoming important to clear stuff down. So let's switch to the camera. Okay. So we have switched. And the stream deck is still being weird. I'm going to have to work out what's going wrong there. Anyway, before we disappear... One Pokemon plushie. A nice little oink. What is happening to my brain today? My brain says, you're not allowed to remember stuff. Like, honestly. And the Clodsire here, which is a kawaii, very squish-like one. These aren't official Pokemon plushes, but... but we did get them off Temu. And surprisingly, they're pretty good. Talking about that, we also got the amiibo stand off Temu. I am still very uncertain about it, and I'm pretty sure there's some dodgy stuff going on for the prices that they're getting to. But I do at least plan to get more of these stands for the amiibos to run across the whole shelf. I just need to get the right size because I got the 5 and it looks like what I should have grabbed is the 4. So we will end up picking up some other corrections. Also, so we're going to do Baldur's Gate for a little bit, but then I'm planning on doing a VR stream soon. In September, we're at WOZID again with IGN and we're going to do some coverage there. There is coverage still coming for WOZID back in May. There's a whole bunch of other videos we're working on. We're going to be spending a bit of time this weekend working on those. And also, in case you haven't seen it over on TikTok, we showed off a little bit of Vampire Survivors. We've streamed Vampire Survivors before. That is now out on the Nintendo Switch with multiplayer. It's really freaking cool with the local multiplayer. So if you've got friends, it's worth paying the couple of quid for the game so that you can play that with everybody. It's a lot of fun. It's certainly got a lot of addiction to it. Anyway, that's it from me. I now need to go and cook our dinner, and then we're starting a game of D&D at 11 p.m. with our friends, with our friend Dante from Geekyn8 Embassy and a few other friends. So yeah, I need to be set up for that. Hey, always busy in this house, and with the benefits of insomnia, I can do stuff like run D&D at 11 p.m. and not worry about being in bed at 3 a.m. because I wouldn't be in bed anyway because my body sucks and it doesn't let me. Anyway, enough of that. Until next time.